Alright, today we're going to be installing and boresighting a scope for my dad. Got the Trichicon AccuPoint 3x9, taking off his Zeiss, and we're going to show you how to properly install and boresight a scope. Okay, so in this situation we already have the rings in here. So the first step is we're going to place a scope in there. Alright, secondly you have to go ahead and check to see if everything lines up straight. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off and check it real quick, make sure it's straight, because you don't want to have crooked crosshairs. Okay, once you have it checked to make sure it's straight to you, you're also going to want to make sure you have it properly seated in the rings, so that way you can eventually secure the top part, and you're going to want to make sure that you have it secured in a place where you have plenty of eye relief. And place them on. And you're going to make sure you have the right size Allen key. And whenever you're putting these on, you're going to want to slowly start it. And you're also going to want to make sure you do it and cross. Okay. You just want to start them a little bit. And the reason why you do it, this one's not wanting to go. Alright, there it goes. The reason why you do it in cross is so that way there's an even distribution of pressure. And you're just going to barely want to get them started. You're also going to move up to your front one, and you're going to do the same. I like to do mine opposite. Okay, now that I've checked the reticle, made sure it's still pretty straight, because that's a problem you can have if you tighten one side down too much. It's going to create pressure and alter it a little bit. So you just kind of go through here, do a couple rotations on each. Get them down, not to where they're all the way tight. Alright, when I say boresighting, I really mean using this kit. It's much easier, and it's going to yield more accurate results to use a kit like this. This is a Bushnell kit. I haven't really had any luck with this on AR platforms just because they got a different setup. A lot of times your rings are way too high. Since this is a 30-06, we are going to use the 30 caliber aperture. I mean, this is an awesome kit. You can use 45, but this is actually a 50, 44, so if you have like 44 Marlin or something like that, or even if you're using like a 44 mag pistol, 375, pretty much anything you can think of. Your 22 long rifle, 223, 22 250, 224, any of that stuff you can use. 17, you know, obviously for your 17 HMRs. You can do a lot of different things with this. So, and just to be clarified, if you have a 7.62 millimeter weapon, you're going to use this 30 caliber one, not the 7mm one. Alright, now to set this up, you're going to take the end that has this little flattened portion to put in here. Okay, gonna unscrew a little bit. Do a visual inspection, make sure that you have the flat side in there properly. Looks like it's in there pretty good. And next you're going to place it in the bore of the rifle. Okay, you're going to push the rod in the aperture all the way into the barrel as much as you can, because whenever you have it farther out, it's going to mess with it. And then next, you're going to move back here. See if I can get through the scope. As you can see, there's some sort of other object in there. What you're seeing is the aperture, and it's simulating a target at 100 yards. It has crosshairs in there. You're probably not going to see it maybe if I zoom in. You can't really see it. But anyways, the purpose of that image that you're going to see in it is it has a crosshairs, and they're centered directly, in the very center, and it's grid marked with numbers. It's going to remind you of a piece of geometry paper, and basically the premise of this is to get your crosshairs in line with their center crosshairs in order to get you on paper when you go to the range, so that way you aren't having to have someone spot you and you aren't shooting rounds 2.5 feet left and low, or you're hitting way over the berm. This is just a really easy way to help you get on paper easier, save you ammo money, and it's just a really good piece of equipment to have. Next, you're going to use your windage adjustments and your elevation adjustments to get your crosshairs lined up with the aperture's crosshairs. Once you've adjusted your windage and elevation to match what is seen through the aperture, you're going to place your caps back on. And if you have any experience with the Church guns, you know not to over tighten these caps, because the way these work, they're free spinning, and if you tighten them too much, it's going to depress this, and however much you over tighten it, it's going to mess up your adjustments. Some people say, oh, Loctite it. Well, if you're shooting at, say you have your guns here to be dead on, at 200 or an inch high at 100, and say you want to move out and do some 500, 600 yard shooting. Well, you're going to have to use your adjustment dials unless you're really, really good at holding over. So that's another reason why I don't Loctite stuff on my scope. And then not to mention, this just came off a 308. Okay, good. Just make sure that's not tightened down. You can always check by looking back through it. Since this came off a 308, it's going on a 30-06. They have different barrel lengths. Just ballistic property, everything's going to be different in terms of point of impact. As always, click like, comment, subscribe, all that. Share the video. Thanks for watching.